Welcome back. In this section, we are looking at numeric types, and in this video, we would be looking at a few puzzles related to these numeric types. We'll kind of look at a few corner cases regarding these numeric types. Let's create a simple variable I is equal to 1. What does this code do? I is equal to I plus 1. This is simple, right? I is equal to I plus 1. What would be the value of I after that? It's 2. There is a shortcut way of doing the same thing. I plus is equal to 2. What does it do? It increments the value of I by 2. Instead of that, I can also increment it by 1. I plus is equal to 1. What would be the value of I? 3. Typically, in other programming languages, you can do something of this kind, I plus plus. Do you think this would work in Python? Actually, no. There is no plus plus I or I plus plus in Python. In Python, if you want to increment the value by 1, I plus is equal to 1. That's what you need to do, and you'd see that the value of I is incremented. There are also all the corresponding operators. So you can do I minus is equal to 1. You'd see that the I value would be decremented by 1, or you can do I slash is equal to 1. This would divide it by 1. Actually, when you divide it by 1, actually nothing would happen. Or you can even multiply. So I can say I star is equal to 2. I becomes 2.0. One of the things you are already seeing is that whenever I do a division or a multiplication, an integer value becomes a float value. So now if you do a type of I, it would actually become a float value. It's no longer a int value. What you see here is also something called dynamic typing. In Python, the type of a variable can change in the program. Let's create a couple more numbers. Number 1 is equal to 5, number 2 is equal to 2. What would be the result of number 1 divided by number 2? You know it. It's 2.5, right? That's what we see until now. If you want only the integer value, so if you only want 5 by 2, 2.5, so you only want the result as 2, the way you can do that is by saying number 1 slash slash. So you use double slash and the value would be 2. So this is kind of the truncated value of 2.5. So number slash slash number 2, this is an operator which is kind of very specific to Python. So number slash slash number 2. You can also do something like this, right? Number 1 slash slash is equal to 2. What would happen? Number 1 is equal to number 1 slash slash 2. So 5 would be divided by 2 and that would be referred by number 1. So if I print number 1 now, what would you see? You would see 2 because it would be having 5 slash slash 2. That's basically 2. The other operator we already looked at is 5 star star 3, right? This is power operator. So 5 to the power of 3, which is 5 into 5 into 5, which is 125. This can also be done by using POW 5, 3. So we have an operator as well as a method. The last things which we would be looking at are conversion functions. So if I want to convert an int value to a float or a float value to an int, how do I do that? So if I have a value called 5.6 and I would want to get an integer value out of it, how can I do that? It's by using a int method. Int of 5.6, this would return 5. It would truncate the value and it would return 5. However, if I would want to round it off, so 5.6 is more nearer to 6 than 5, right? So if I want to round it off, I can use a function called round. So round of 5.6, this would return 6. These are you convert floats to integer values. Either you'd use an int that truncates it or round, which would actually take it to the nearest integer. So if I do a round of 5.4, it becomes 5 because it is more nearer to 5 than 6. Round of 5.5 would also be 6. The interesting thing is round can also accept number of decimals that you would want to have in the rounded value. So I can say 5.67 and I would say in the result I would want 1 decimal. So it becomes 5.7. So the result would have 1 decimal value. So I can say 5.678, and I can say 2 decimals. It would be rounded off to 5.68. You can also convert an integer to float by using the function float. So float of 5, 5.0. In this video, we were looking at a few corner cases related to numeric values. We were looking at different functions that are present, different operators that are present with numeric values, and we looked at a few functions to convert int to float and float to int. I'll see you in the next step. Until then, bye-bye.